Hey, sports porchers! It's your hockey Jesus with Game 53 analysis of the Pittsburgh Penguins versus the Los Angeles Kings. Well, tonight it was Celebrate 68 night, and unfortunately, that's about the only thing we got to celebrate tonight. I'm your hockey Jesus. You might be asking, who is Hockey Jesus? What is he about? Well, stick around on the porch. We're going to have a little dialogue. I'm going to give you a little background about the Hockey Jesus. Since this is my first real foray into the YouTube world, those of you who've been listening to me for the past year and a half know who I am, but I appreciate you just stick around and give me a few extra minutes tonight as we bring in the new crowd. And we talk about the Penguins and what happened tonight at home against the LA Kings. Well, sports porchers, Pittsburgh Penguins fans, I am your hockey Jesus. Like I said, who is this hockey Jesus? Look, I am not trying to be religious. Hockey Jesus is not a religious guy. I'm just here. I was birthed out of the love for hockey. You know, at the end of the 2021 season, the technical director came to me and said, "You know what? You love hockey so much, you should do analysis of every game." And I was like, "Well, I love hockey. I mean, I watch all hockey. I have passion for the Pittsburgh Penguins, but I love hockey." So I said, "You know what? Let's do it." And thus, the Hockey Jesus was formed. Look, I'm here to create disciples, those who have hockey knowledge. Sometimes we're going to say some things that just aren't going to be mainstream and the truth is going to hurt. But hey, stay on the porch with us and enjoy what you're about to hear as we get into the analysis of the Pittsburgh Penguins versus the Los Angeles Kings. Look, first we have to get to the important stuff, which is the Jagr celebration. Celebrate 68. I tell you what, I grew up with Jaromir Jagr. The man is an absolute legend. Look, if he never came along, it's hard to say if Lemieux would have won some cups, to be honest with you. But once Jagr came aboard, can you believe this guy? You know, just listening to everything this past weekend about Jagr, the thing that really struck me the most was this guy started on the fourth line. And he was so thankful that he never got sent down to the minors and got to play a full year and got to make mistakes. And yeah, you know, there were superstars above him, but there's really something about that I think these Penguins today can really look at and be like, not necessarily who may be the next Jaromir Jagr, because let's face it, he was picked fifth in the draft. He was a high draft pick, so they had really good idea that he was going to be something special, but not a Hall of Famer. By the way, he's not a Hall of Famer yet. Only because he's still playing in the Czech league. I don't understand that with the NHL. Why? Clearly, the guy's not going to play in the NHL anymore, although the Penguins could have used him tonight. Well, at least the old Jagr, probably not the new Jagr, but just a really cool celebration that the Penguins put on for Jaromir Jagr. And unfortunately, I think with the way tonight's game ended, it was probably the highlight of the evening. So let's just say, Jaromir Jagr, thank you for the years that you've put in. Thanks for coming back. Thanks to the Penguins for putting on this show and raising his number to the roof. Can't wait to be there in March at my next game and see it up on the rafters. It'll be there forever. Congratulations, Jaromir Jagr, and just a great show put on by the Penguins. However, the hockey players, Penguins, they came out pretty hot. Hey, first period action, 1-for-2 on the power play. They actually scored a power play goal against the second best penalty kill in the league. Yeah, that's right. The Kings are the second best penalty kill in the league. And why did they score? It may have been the only one-time pass shot that they had on the power play the whole night. They were 1-for-4 tonight on the power play and 1-for-2 in the first period. But it was the garbage that happened in the third period, and we'll get to that really did in their night. Look, I've told you about this team. This team needs to score 3 or 4 goals in order to get wins. I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to be like, okay, we can win games 2-1, 3-1, but here's the deal. You got to get 2 goals. You got to get 3 goals. 1 goal is never going to be enough. And it definitely wasn't enough tonight. Look, second period was pretty boring. Maybe the highlight of the second period was Jaromir Jagr's analysis of the power play. When he said, I think they just have too much respect for each other. They think they can make that a better pass because they can see it. They just can't do it. Just shoot the puck. Dumb it down a little bit. And I think that's brilliant analysis from a soon-to-be Hall of Famer, from a guy whose number is now in the rafters. I think the Penguins should take some heed there. Look, second period was pretty dull, not much back and forth. Nobody really had momentum, to be honest with you. So I'm not so upset about the second period. It was the third period. The Penguins came out and just decided, like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to let them come at us, but they never countered. I never once saw the eye of the tiger from them. I never saw anybody who wanted to get that second goal to go up 2-0, let alone 3-0. And what happens? Look, the LA Kings are going to score goals. And here's how they do it. They just jump in on the play and they shoot the puck. And they kept coming. They kept coming. They kept coming. Before you know it, they have 30 shots on goal. 30 shots on goal. Look, Jarri tonight had a .939 save percentage, made 33 shots. If you want to fault him for those 2 goals, I guess you can. I'm not going to. I suggest, as disciples of the hockey Jesus, that you don't take it out on Tristan Jarri for this game. I think you can take it out on the coach, and here's why. You have to lay back a little bit, but you have to get a second goal, a third goal, and to lay back for 2 periods. They did nothing in the second period. They did absolutely zero in the third period until they were already down 2-1, and even then, just too little, too late. And let's talk about that last power play. Here's the thing that drives me absolutely nuts about the Penguins. Other teams, you watch all the other teams that play against us, their superstars are on the penalty kill. You had Kopitar out there. You had the guy Kempe who scored the goal. They're out there killing penalties. Every team plays their best players on the penalty kill. What do we do with our best player, Sidney Crosby? I've never seen him kill penalties. In the history of Sidney Crosby, he's never killed penalties. And when you take a weapon like that off the ice, guess what you can't score? A shorty. And guess what the Kings did tonight? They scored a shorty. And yep, that's right. It was the game winner. And that's really the problem with the Penguins. In a nutshell, the Penguins lose, and they lost bad 2-1. Look, the Penguins are in free fall. At this point, they're in big trouble. They're going to have to figure this out. And they don't have time to figure it out. They just have to win games. They have to get points. And scoring 1 goal is not going to do it. Raquel is okay on the first line. The second line is garbage. And the third line, Matthew Phillips made his debut tonight, but he's not the solution. Look, bring up your guys. Bring up Poulin. Bring up Nylander. Do it now. Sit Colin White. All hands on deck. The ship is sinking. The Pittsburgh Penguins are looking more like the Pirates. Can't believe I'm saying that, but it seems to be true. So, I hope you like this. If you do, give a like. Hit that subscribe button. I'll be here after every game because that's what I do. I'm your hockey Jesus. And as we always end the show every time, Pittsburgh Penguins fans, keep the faith. And let's go Pens.